everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. I want to talk to you guys about my extreme low buy for 2021, and I say that with great hesitancy, but it has to happen. It has to happen. So I have a whole list of rules, yes and no's, little notes that I've made for myself, guidelines for me to follow. I've chosen some selective products that I want to finish up in the year and stuff like that to help me get through. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, so it starts off with my notes first, I guess. I'll start with my notes first, and then I'll kind of talk you through what I'm allowing myself to buy and what I'm not allowing myself to buy. There are a few items that aren't updated on here, and I have them on another sheet somewhere else. So, you'll probably see those in my collection either at the end of this year or probably next year. So let's start. The notes. Okay, I have to finish 3 products completely in order to buy one. So I will be doing project pans throughout the year. I don't foresee that being an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. And then it says if I complete a product, set of 3 products actually, and do not wish to purchase at that time, I can hold on to the allowance of 1 item purchased until I find an item of interest or save it for a sale kind of thing. I can hold all allowances and save for a future date and allow them to accumulate. So I can do, let's say I finish all these lipsticks that I will show you shortly. If I finish all of those, that is 6 lipsticks, so then I would have 2 items that I could buy. Now, there are exclusions. I've made a few exclusions because I don't want to put myself into like a corner, right? No one puts me in a corner. Okay, let's see what else I have here. I need to make sure that this is very clear. So if I finished 6 items, I get 2 to buy. I would be able to buy 2 new items because I've completed 6 in my collection, my inventory. Okay, if I choose, I can forego allowances and just not buy anything altogether and just deplete my inventory. And I can only purchase up to my allowance maximums, with the exception of my items in my yes column or my exception column. So those are my rules, right? I'm really trying hard. I'm forcing myself to sort of go through the items that I own, make sure that I use up things in my collection before they go bad, before I buy more. There will be exceptions, like for example, if I use up a brand new item and I just hit pan, like say a bronzer, a highlighter, a blush, whatever like that. But if it has significant usage, if it's almost done, it has to be completely done. Like it has to be completely used up then. Okay, I'm not going to try and like screw my system over. All right, let's go over the yes and no columns. So I'll go over the yes first because those are clearly more fun. So Fix Plus, that's going to be, so basically the first few are all going to be like replacement items. I've listed things out and then I just put replacement items. So Fix Plus, I use it all the time. I use it to put in my glycerin soap for my eyebrows. I spray it on my face like every single morning. I love it. Okay, facial cleansers, moisturizers, those kind of replacement items, skincare items, but no backups. I mean, I can have like 1 or 2, but I don't want like 6 or 12 or 15 moisturizers sitting there that aren't getting used because they're just going to go bad and they're not going to work for my skin and they're going to cause bacteria and blah, blah, blah. You guys know. Okay. I wanted to get 2 217s from MAC. Not sure if this person is a subscriber, but a viewer told me that they are now synthetic, and I did not know that. So if you guys know of like brushes, or if you guys have tried the synthetic brushes from MAC and you like them, please let me know. I'm so disappointed. Like MAC brushes that were made by hand were like the thing, and now they're like $1 more expensive and they're synthetic, and I really wanted that real hair brush. as long as it was made properly and like ethically. But I really wanted two MAC 217s, and so that might be an issue. If you know something that is a similar price or less, don't want to spend more, but I just need two of that kind of blending brush next year. I will wash and wash and wash what I have, but I go through them so often. I use them all the time and blend like crazy. So I would like to have at least two more of those next year. And I don't have to, but I would like to, and it's on the list just in case. I'm allowing myself back-to-back empties. That is something that I can, if I've used up all my back-to-back empties and I've brought them in, that is like a shopping spree for me. So I think you can get 3 MACs per visit. So then if I decide I want a new eyeshadow or a new lip gloss or a new lipstick, which actually would only be eyeshadow because we'll get to that later, but if that's what I decide I want to do, I can take my empties in and get something to help me with that whole like shopping, like feel of like, oh my God, I'm missing shopping. Like I need to go buy something free or get something free because you've back to MAC something. I'm allowing myself bronzer, though I'm not too sure that I need to buy any because I do have a bit, but it's the one of the lowest category in my entire collection. So if I find something that piques my interest, that is something I will allow myself to buy, but I'll probably end up buying that once I deplete my inventory and use like my use up 3, get 1. I'll probably do that with bronzer, even though that's not required for my rules, but I'll see how I do. Sephora point perks. So if I feel like, you know, the pandemic is okay in my area, which it's really not right now, I'm not going anywhere right now, but if I decide that I want to use my point perks or I'm replacing a moisturizer or a cleanser from Sephora, I will use a point perk. That will be my shopping. A foundation powder. I don't have many, and I do replace them, like I use them up pretty frequently. I have a few right now that are pretty full, and so that's something that I'll try and pan throughout the year, but I'm allowing myself, once I've used through some of those, I can buy new because I literally have like 3. So, and I like have different shades of skin from winter and summer. They're like, I'm probably 4 shades darker in the summer. So, and I'm not even kidding. I'm going to go with here, Patrick Star Mini Setting Powder. That is already coming. So yeah, I definitely, it's just a spoiler, I have ordered that. Any new Huda palettes. I'm allowing myself, because I do love her eyeshadow palettes. The minis are like, you know, touch and go, but the big ones, I love them. And if one comes out, I will be buying that. I have a Jouer highlighter that I want, and again, that's something, same with the bronzer. I may try and still use up inventory to get that, but it's not necessary because I do have one, can't remember the name of it right now, but I do have one that I really want to get, and it's in my wish list, so I could allow myself that one if I so desire. MAC brush cleaner and Cliona, and then there's a couple of other things. So Cliona eyeshadows I want to order, and there's a couple of other things I want to order. I think one is Ofra. I want Ofra highlighters. I've never tried the formula, and I hear they're amazing. I do have quite a bit of highlighters, but Ofra is something that I like to try because it's a new brand, and I would like to get out of just the typical things like Becca and MAC. Like, I would like to try other things. So this year was Dior and Jouer, and loving. So I want to branch out a little bit more in my collection, and I'm loving some of my drugstore ones. So anyways, Ofra should be on here. And then some indie brand eyeshadows. I would really like to try that. I want to support small businesses, especially in a pandemic. And like, my goodness, the swatches and the eye looks that come out of indie brand eyeshadows, I would like to try some. All right, now for the no list. No lip products of any kind. So that goes back to my back to MAC situation where you can get a free lipstick, a free la. I have to actually use up a shade or a color, which I will show you what I'm going to try and work through next year. The one I'm wearing right now is MAC Velvet Teddy. That is one of the ones I'm going to try and use up next year, and I will be replacing that one, so I probably will get that one, but no other like lip products or anything like that of any other kind unless I'm physically replacing something that I desperately want. no brow pencils, no brow gels, no concealers, no brushes other than the two I mentioned, no eyeliner pencils, no mascara unless it's free with points, but I'm not spending money on it. I have so many. No loose pigments because I'm not using them that much. No perfume. I want to finish up what I have first. No blush. I have way too many. No liquid highlighters. I don't even use them. I don't need setting sprays. No nail polish, no hair products, and no loose glitter. I have a hard no on these things. Of course, with the exception of like replacing an item and those two brushes that I want. That is it. Everything else is a hard no. So that's basically my rules and my hope and guideline for 2021. Let me know what you guys think about that. I do want to talk to you guys about the lipsticks that I am going to be using up. I've decided to choose ones that are relatively easy to work through formulas. So the first one I have is Gleam, and it is just like a metallic-y kind of shade. It's almost like a gloss, like a mauvey silvery gloss. This should be relatively easy to use through. Then I have MAC Velvet Teddy, which I'm wearing right now. This is a matte formula. It's very hard to work through, but I do have quite a bit used already, and I would like to replace that one because it's kind of old. I have Impassioned, which is an amplified formula, which will be great for summer. So I'm trying to sort of branch out in the shades, the shade range, and then at least I have lots to use with my eye looks. Also Red Balloon, which is also amplified. My throat's starting to dry out. Sorry, guys. It's a very bright pink. And then I have Captive, which is a satin. These are all MAC. I have only MAC lipsticks except for liquid formula, like the liquid lipstick formula. So this is Captive, and that's a satin. So these are like relatively creamy, relatively easy to use. This one's MAC Victoriana. This is from the MAC Toledo collection, and I bought 3 of these, and this is the only one that I actually tried on. And I need to use some of my red lipsticks because I have a stupid amount and I barely wear red lipsticks. And then this is Sin from MAC, and it's a matte formula. You'll see me wearing that one a lot because, well, first of all, I love it. And second of all, it's going to be hard to get through. I wanted to show you guys my son when he was 1 year old. He like chewed the box right up. So this is the reason that I'm selecting this Sin in particular. I have 3 MAC Sin lipsticks, so that tells you how much I like it. But that is pretty much everything. I am working on a couple of projects right now I want to talk to you guys about. Excuse me. The Pan That eyeshadow palette. I am working on my Makeup Geek eyeshadows and my Lorac Pro Mini. I have updates on my channel already. If you want to check that out, please do. I'm working on my face palette, which is the NARS, what is it called? NARS and Stephen Klein. Again, have an update if you want to check that out. I am going to be using that. It started November 5th and it's going all the way until the end of December 2021. And then I'm also doing a Pan Those samples. So I'm working through those. And currently I'm working on 12 grams of Christmas, which are just older MAC eyeshadows and pigments and stuff that I just need to get some use out of. I'm not trying to pan them or anything, but I'm just trying to use up as much, up to 12 grams if I can. Just anything would be fine for usage. So so I have those projects going on right now. Next year I have another project going in conjunction with the Pan That eyeshadow and Pan That face palette and Pan That samples. And I'm sure there will be stuff all throughout the year. So you will see a lot of cool empties, a lot of things coming and going from my collection for replacement items and things like that. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. And I really hope you guys jump on the low buy bandwagon because I think it's about time like we take our budgets back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always, there's so many fun things and nice things. And I'm very, very guilty of spending a lot this year, like more than I should have, 100% more than I should have. And it's not sitting well with me, and I need to start playing with the things that I own, because I do have some really great stuff. So that is everything. Thank you for watching. I really hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Please subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.